Wow, funerals are depressing.
Well, you don't usually hear about jubilacious funerals.
That's a good word.
Compliments of my calendar. Do you want to talk about it?
What?
Come on, Sam, we have to talk about this. It's been 2 weeks.
Talk about what?
Look, I know this would be upsetting for anyone, but it's even worse when the person was someone you knew.
Really, I'm fine.
Would you stop avoiding talking about your emotions?
There's nothing to talk about.
So you're just going to ignore the fact that Anne's gone?
Who's that?
Oh my god, you're really going to do this?
I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. As far as I know, no one by the name of Anne has ever lived around here. Probably even existed.
Sam, this isn't healthy. You have to realize that what happened, happened.
I'll get it.
Could you spare a cup of sugar?
Guys, I have a huge problem. Also, can you spare some sugar? Well, come on in, Keegan. I'm sure we can help.
Keegan, actually, we're in the middle of something right now.
No, we're not. Come on, Keegan, let's go. The price of tea is killing me. So what's up? Oh, I just got onto the set of the new Star Wars show. Ignoring the fact that you never once mentioned that. Cool.
Yeah, no, it started out great, but they started cutting crew, and I became the key grip. And then I mentioned that I wanted to be part of the writing process. And they gave me a script, and they want me to review it, but I became super overwhelmed, and I really don't know what to do now.
Well, let's take a look at the script.
Hey, wait a minute. I'm pretty sure you're just using this as an excuse to not talk about what's going on.
If you were pretty sure, then I made it much less obvious than I wanted it to.
What?
Well, Keegan, I think you just have to come up with some ideas that would work within the parameters of the episode.
Well, I can only think of tiny little useless ideas.
Well, then I'll help you turn that brain drizzle into a full-on brain storm.
All right.
Metaphors.
Drew, you want to help? I'm telling you right now, I ain't talking.
Fine.
Well, my first suggestion would be related to the classic movies. The fans love it when you do that kind of stuff, so, which one's your favorite?
Yeah, I haven't actually seen any of the movies.
Faux shizzle.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You started working on a show without knowing anything that the show is based on, and then took a job writing for that show? What the heck were you thinking?
Keegan, these fans are nuts. They will notice if you do not know anything about Star Wars, and they will eat you alive. Well, wait. Will you be giving any interviews for writing this episode?
Probably, yeah.
Well, which one is it?
The second.
Mother of God.
I just can't catch a break.
I know I'm in trouble.
Keegan, you're just gonna have to tell him that you can't do it.
But I have to make it work.
Wait, Drew, what are you doing?
I smell skunk again.
What? Really?
You have a skunk around here?
Yeah, well, I mean, one got up in the attic like a few weeks ago. I don't know how the smell keeps coming down, though. Geez, King, you're lucky you don't have to smell this.
Yeah.
Keegan, you're what smells.
Keegan, were you in my attic?
No, I must have been hit by an invisible skunk.
Keegan?
Alright. I may have been living in Sam's attic.
What?
The smell must have been following me.
How long have you been up there?
When was it that I came over with a shovel? Besides today.
Like 2 months ago.
So about 3 months.
Why?
Well, when I finished college, I came back home and my parents weren't here, so I had nowhere to stay. So then I came to your house once, and I saw that there was an attic and a ladder leading up to it. And one thing led to another, and that's where I've been staying for a while.
Why didn't you ask to stay in the house?
Or with me.
I didn't want to be a bother.
Keegan, it's the maple syrup incident all over again.
Well, you know, I tried to find an apartment, but I couldn't afford it after I lost my job, and it looks like I'm going to lose this job too.
Well, Keegan, you can stay here as long as you need to.
Really? If I stayed here forever, I could cook snacks and fish. I could even bring up my boat collection. We'd even shoot my own show, like the Keegans show fa.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
First things first, though, let's save your job.
Really?
Definitely. Let's write a script.
That will take a while.
Not if we do a quick cut.
You know, it's actually quite amazing.
You flatter me, sir.
No, I mean, really, it is. You managed to fit some pretty action-packed sequences in here with some, you know, really emotional ones. Like the one where the main guy's friend dies. Were you self-therapizing when you wrote this?
What would I be self-therapizing myself from?
You know exactly what I'm talking about. What happened to Anne?
Who's that?
Ugh, Sam, look. I know you don't want to talk about your problems, but you're acting insane. And I was going to ignore it too, but you're using everyone else's problems as an excuse to not talk about what's bothering you. Now, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Alright, okay. I can't deal with my problems, alright? It's that I just need distractions, or else I'll find myself wallowing in whatever's bothering me, and I've never really had to deal with someone dying before, even if it was someone we barely knew, and I guess I just have to deal with it the way I know how.
Alright, look. I understand.
Thank you.
Is this about that girl that died?
Yeah?
Don't be too upset about that. I discovered that she actually was trying to pit you two against each other so that you wouldn't be friends and you wouldn't be able to finish that film project. And then if you didn't finish that film project, you guys wouldn't be able to get into college and she'd take your place.
That witch! She was playing us the whole time. Well, you know what? What do we have to be upset about? I mean, we didn't know her really well, and she was obviously a really sucky person.
Sam!
Well...
Alright, not exactly appropriate, but I guess it's true.
And the nerve of her to think she could break up the dynamic duo. Well, then would anyone like to play a video game?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Did you hear that? Sounds like a mail truck.
Keegan, the only thing you could have said that sounds any more like a dog would have been if you
Bark, 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 bark.
did that.
Well, I guess if you want to get the mail, you can go ahead. Technically, you live here.
Dear Sam and Drew, there's not much that I can say to make you change how you feel about me, but I must explain myself and ultimately apologize. I'm sure that you've probably already figured out that I was trying to play you against each other. That was my initial intent, but I soon realized that you two are both very nice guys, and I feel guilty about playing you. I just wanted to apologize for any trouble that I may have caused. Anne.
I'm a crook for not a carry for it. Yeah, maybe I'm a bad person. Well, baby, I know. And these fingertips will never run through your skin, and those bright blue eyes can only meet mine across a room filled with people that are less important than you. Or 'cause you love, love, love when you know I can't.
I got next game.
You love, love, love when you know I can't love. You love, love, love when you know I can't love you.
Hey Quentin, it's Keegan, from the Star Wars set. You asked me about getting some programming for your new network. I found 2 guys who are perfect for the job.